everyone, welcome back to the channel. Each LEGO theme has something that makes it unique. For example, Shima had those Speedors things, and with Ninjago it has Spinjitzu. And since Ninjago is a long-running theme, we have seen many different versions of Spinjitzu done. And the show has also evolved to do other stuff like flyers for Airjitzu too. So in this video, we're going to be ranking all 6 of the spinners and flyer waves that the theme has brought us. Season 8's Spinjitzu Master wave marked the return of spinners and flyers to Ninjago, and these were just really underwhelming. The design is unappealing, it's really big and clunky, it doesn't look like Spinjitzu at all. And aside from that, the concept is boring and not creative. It's basically just a Beyblade ripoff. The execution though is fine, it does work well. And we got a bit out of control with that one, but basically it just spins really fast, and that's cool I guess. Normally we'd spin it on the surface, but for the sake of it not spinning right out of this video, I'm not going to do that. But the main gimmick with these I guess is that you can do tricks like spin it on its side or upside down, and I can see how younger kids would like this, but for people like me, I think we like battles more, and these just aren't really built for battles. The minifigures are fine, but they lack creativity as well and are basically just Energy 3.0. And I feel like there's no motive to collect all of them in the wave either, seeing as they're basically all just the same, aside from the exclusive minifigures, which just aren't really that creative either. For Ninjago's return to spinners and flyers, these just did not cut it. The Dragon Masters are the second and most recent Ninjago flyers that were produced for Ninjago Season 9, and they're the biggest of any Ninjago spinners or flyers yet, and for holding that title, they actually handle pretty well and are very easy to play around with. But talking about the design, these are basically Airjitzu 2.0. They reuse the exact same molds. However, there are these really cool looking dragon wings, which I think are an awesome touch to these, and they make it look much better. The exclusive minifigures are also really good, and I like how it has its own theme rather than just using energy again. I like the aviator feel that they have, and it's honestly a shame neither Dragon Masters nor these suits were actually canon to the TV series. The big problem with these though is that they're just kind of boring. The main idea is that they fly forward instead of up. So they fly forward like a dragon, but that gets boring pretty quickly, and there's not really a range of stuff that you can do with these. They work mostly well, so I'll show you how they work. But yeah, for the most part they work well, although sometimes you will, with any wave, have your issues with them. Making the jump from mediocre waves to good waves, we have 2015's Airjitzu, and this was really creative. I really like the design, it's just very clean looking, it looks like Airjitzu in the show, so definitely 2 thumbs up for the design itself. The concept is also really cool, and it's awesome that they got to execute this in LEGO form. And I also like the ripcord. I mean, using this cord wasn't unoriginal at the time, although in 2018 it kind of got used to death, but at the time it wasn't unoriginal, so this was definitely a very creative idea. And in execution, you can't really go wrong. It usually works, and it just flies up. Although again, that's kind of one of the issues. There's not really much to do with these flyers. You can't really use them in battle, and all you do is just pull it and it flies up, so that's why it's not higher up on the list. But I'll demonstrate it. Normally it would fly up, but since I can't pull this and move the camera at the same time, I'll just kind of demonstrate it like I did with the Dragon Masters. It works really well, and I like that. You can't really go wrong with them, and you will rarely have a bad instance where it doesn't work. The legacy spinners from 2019 really put spinners back into the spotlight, reinvented the original ones, and improved them a lot. And I really love this design. It looks awesome, and it actually looks like Spinjitzu from the TV series. I love the transparent and solid color areas, and I think the colors blend together really well, the primary and secondary colors. The main gimmick for this wave is the customization features. These attachments, depending on which ones you use, you are either in attack, defense, or right now, speed mode. It's very easy to work with, and it also allows you to get creative by making your own. However, my big problem with this wave is that it's just hard to spin. You hold on to the character's head, and that's just a small area to hold on to. It works well, it doesn't spin that fast, so I mean there is that. I do think the customization features allow for really cool battle, and it does work nicely when it works. Oftentimes though, I find myself having trouble spinning them. If you are using weapons, you're also kind of doomed, since that will offset the balance and the spinner will likely tip over. However, I prefer the originality even though it doesn't work perfectly, as opposed to using yet another cord. In second place, we have the original spinners from 2011 and 2012, and these are basically the staple spinners of Ninjago. I really love how these were fleshed out into a game of sorts and really expanded upon. I don't know anything about the cards, but I believe you could play with cards and stuff and make it into a game, so that was really cool. There was also a lot to do with these too, and the sets also provided ideas. I think there was one set with the skeleton bowling pins, and that's just really cool. I love how it was made into a game with the arenas and stuff, so that's really cool. Talking about the design, I love how no two are the same. Some are transparent, some are not. They all have these designs on the corners in between the studs. Some have these crests and some don't. So that's really cool. I love the variation and also the room for customization. You can add walls or swords that stick out like in Legacy. Talking about how it spins too and how it's executed, it works pretty well. There's a greater area and it's more sturdy than the Legacy spinners, and he's not going anywhere. So yeah, it's just very easy to spin, although they spin pretty slowly, so sometimes battles can get a little bit boring since they don't exactly spin quickly. But also you don't need to worry about balance or anything, since usually with any weapon of sorts, it will work. So I really love these. These were a great start for Ninjago spinners. This may be a bold statement considering people love the original spinners, but I really like Spinjitzu Slam so far, and it's really the best of both worlds. It does the same feel and uses a very similar mold to the Legacy spinners, although with a few differences, but it also has the effective method that stuff with the cord uses, except it doesn't use the cord. It instead uses this slam thing, which fits the name too, might I add, and you just slam down, and it works really well. It spins very nicely, it spins pretty quickly, and it makes for really interesting battles, and it also has a very creative idea too. And talking about the exclusive minifigures too, I really like these minifigures. They're very simple, although again, they use the same energy type thing. I like the idea of exclusive hoods, even though I'm not personally a big fan of these hoods in particular. But I really hope that even if the Ninja don't use Forbidden Spinjitzu past Season 11, that they continue to make this and flesh it out into a game like the original spinners were, making more arena sets and expanding beyond just these accessory sets. I really like these, and I hope they do return in the future. So that's going to be all for this ranking video. Thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, share with anyone ever you know, and let me know down in the comment section below how you would rank these 6 waves and which one would be your favorite and least favorite. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.